I feel like we really have to get over this Epstein situation. It's like, oh, there's a minute missing from the video and he didn't kill himself. He's still alive and, he's in wherever. It doesn't matter. All right. Hey, I'm Shay. Welcome to my channel. I actually recorded my first video yesterday around like 11:30 or like midnight or something. And the frogs and the crickets were so loud. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it earlier. And that way I'm not gonna worry about the frogs and the crickets. And it's like legit even louder right now than it was yesterday. It is what it is. I'm gonna figure this out as I go. And my hair looks different because I thought I would cut my bangs. I thought I would give myself bangs. And yeah, I wish I didn't do that to myself because it doesn't look good, but it's all right because it's gonna grow back. So let's get to the topics. I have a few. First thing I want to talk about is the influencer Lily Tino, aka Nicholas. Such a strong name, Mr. Nicholas. I've been seeing that he wants to leave social media because he's starting to be investigated, and I think that it is a wonderful idea. I think it's a great idea. Let's be very clear that Nicholas is not trans. Nicholas is not trans. And I know that there are quite a few trans people that would disagree. And I can understand why they would disagree, but Nicholas is not trans. Nicholas is he's cosplaying trans. He's just a cross-dresser. And he's used it to promote his OnlyFans and to promote voyeurism, and he's used it to be able to get into women's spaces, to get in front of women and girls. That's what he's using it for. He's legit just a straight man that's a cross-dresser. He's not trans. And I'm very surprised that so many trans people at first were fighting for him. It's like, I don't know if that's the hill you want to die on. There were very few people speaking out about him at first. The main voice was Blair White, who actually is trans. And I'm glad that Blair spoke about him in the way that she did and kind of brought it to light. But the thing here that I find to be, I guess, disturbing is that they're getting him on bathroom pics. I just want to say right now, there is nothing wrong with taking pics in the bathroom. I can promise you and guarantee you that many and plenty of girls have taken pics in the bathroom, like being in the club or whatever the case is. You're out with your girls and you find a nice mirror in the bathroom because that's what the mirrors usually are, and you take your picture, you and your girls, click, 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 and you go about your business. You post it, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I don't really know if charging him with that is going to hold up. I don't think that that's a real thing. I think that a lot of people kind of just fell in this bandwagon of, okay, yeah, it's weird to take pics in the bathroom. No, it's not weird to take pics in the bathroom. It's not weird. There's plenty of videos of people recording themselves in the bathroom, doing their hair or other things like that, or, just random things in the bathroom, recording yourself and taking photos of yourself in a restroom, public or not, is not what's taboo. He is taboo for sure, allegedly. And I think that we need to focus more on what is on his laptop. That's what we need to focus on. He always was just a big faker, like, you just misgendered me, call me ma'am, looking as manly as ever, looking like daggone Bigfoot, it was all a lie, it's all a ploy, just wanted more traction for his OnlyFans. And it's really sad and sick that voices like his spoke so loudly in the trans community, because that's what people see. They're like, okay, these trans people are crazy. Like, look at this trans person. And I honestly, I would have to say that he's not trans. He's just a cross-dresser, cosplaying trans so he can promote his OnlyFans. That's really just what that is. But I have a strong feeling that if we were to check his search history or check his VPN, we find a lot of weird and perverted things. He's already been caught saying inappropriate things to minors, like, oh, what size watermelons do you like? Do you like double D's? Like, watermelons don't come in double D's. What are you talking about? And that's how you know he's straight. Like he likes, he's a straight cross-dresser. That's what it is. He's just a little, he's a little freak. That's what it is. But even still, I want to say that I do and have prayed for him, that he finds Jesus in his heart. Honestly, like I'm trying to get around the word, but that's really what it is. I hope that he finds Jesus in his heart. And I pray for his victims, whether they know they were victimized or not. I pray for all of them, all of the possible children that are inside of his hard drives. I pray for them. And I'm smiling, but it's not funny. It's just more than likely true kind of situation. But I pray that justice is done and that the people that were hurt by him find some healing. And I hope that he finds healing in his heart too, and stop this bull crap, because that's what it is. It's just a big full facade. So that's it on Nicholas, aka Lily Tino. Next, I want to talk about the other Lily Allen. I'm pretty sure that's what her name is. Lily Allen and Charlize Theron. Piers Morgan was talking about them on his debate today. And I want to talk about Lily first. She was just laughing and like, yeah, I don't know how many abortions I've had. She's singing it, because she's a singer, and she's singing it like it's funny. And the other girl's like, oh yeah, girl, me too. Like, I don't even, 5, 6, who knows? And it is so strange how propaganda works. And they'll tell you to your face that it's not propaganda. They'll tell you that it's not grooming. They're like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to teach. Now you're trying to groom. You're trying to convince people that they are not doing what they are actually doing. And they try to tell you that doing that is healthcare, and it's not healthcare. Getting abortions is not healthcare. They say that they don't want us to, or they don't want the government to regulate our bodies, which I don't understand how that is still something that makes sense, because no one is regulating your body. You can have as much sex as you want with as many people as you want, but you would have to understand that there's a risk of pregnancy every time you do that, right? We're not telling you that you can't have sex. We're just asking that, you be careful. That way you don't involve someone else, something that's innocent, and then ultimately end up killing it. And the question has to be that, they say, oh, it's just a clump of cells. Okay, well, are their cells alive or are they dead? Are they living or are they dead? Because if they're living and then you have to then kill it, then you have now killed something. And just because you can kill something, it doesn't mean that you should kill something. You get what I'm saying? If it were animals, right? So we know that, cats, you can have feral cats running around and they'll get pregnant and keep having kittens and so on and so forth. And the quick solution to that is to fix them and then release them back, right? Imagine if instead they waited until the cats got pregnant and then killed all of the kittens, right? And then sent the mom back out. The entire world would be outraged. Like, how could you just kill these innocent kittens? They weren't doing anything to anybody. Well, yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong. And I kind of believe that if the government actually did regulate your body, in that kind of way, and said, well, you know what, you can only have 3 abortions a year, or 3 abortions in your lifetime, right? I bet you that people would start being more careful. To laugh about killing 5 children is insane. It's insane. And there was a point in my life where I was pro do what you want, it's none of my business. But I learned that that's just the wrong way to think. We have to get involved because the goalpost will continue to be moved. It went from, okay, just kill it within the first couple of weeks because it's a clump of cells, to, oh, you can kill it within the first couple of months because it doesn't have any brain activity. It can't survive on its own, to, okay, if we have a botched abortion in the 9th month, which is happening, and the baby is born alive, just leave it. You can choose to just leave it and allow it to die. And it's still considered an abortion. It's not murder. The goalpost will always be moved, okay? So we have to, I don't know, we need to start cracking down on that. It's very strange. Now with Charlize Theron, there is no planet where a 50-year-old man could come out and say that he had some wild, crazy sex with a 26-year-old and it's just nothing, and yeah, right. No, it's not a flex. It's not a flex. It's not a flex on either side. I would be disgusted if a 50-year-old man was saying it about a 26-year-old girl, and I am disgusted by a 50-year-old woman saying it about a 26-year-old young man. It's not a flex. It's weird. And the sad thing is that this is where they go when they decide that, not when they decide, but when society has decided that, they don't really want to wife you anymore, but you are just, for a good time. Then it's, oh yeah, I don't need a man. Single mom. Yeah, my kids are good. No. What are you talking about? Children need parents, 2 of them. And there's always this argument of men do a better job at being single parents than women do, right? I argue the point that on a scale, men are better than us on a lot of things, and men are worse than us. Like, I think that they just hold each side of the scale. I feel like the smartest person on earth is probably a man, and the dumbest person on earth is probably a man. You get it? When it comes to raising children as a single father, yeah, they probably do have better outcomes when they are good fathers. However, I'm sure it's on the opposite spectrum as well, because when you're a bad dad, you're a bad dad. So I don't think that people should be advocating for single parenthood on either side. Together is better for the children. Together is better for the children. It just is. We have to stop promoting this single motherhood stuff, and it's getting to the point where single mothers are like, oh, we're just gonna have our own village and we'll all be single and raise our kids together. No. And I'm saying this as a single mother. No, it is not okay. It's not right. And it's not right to groom these young men. I'm using a buzzword because 26, you're grown enough to know what you're doing. But she's grown enough to know what she's doing too. They're using each other, and we have to put more more intention behind our relationships. It just cannot be this way. And I don't think that she's a bad boss babe because she had sex with a younger guy. It is very easy to have sex with a younger guy. For someone as hot as Charlize Theron, come on. That's too easy. It's kind of like the taking up space thing. You accomplished nothing. It's very, very easy to do that. But I really wish that she wasn't so bitter. And I also wish that men, and when I say men, I mean simps specifically. And let me be clear, there are alpha simps and there are beta simps. But these simps have to stop giving women like that time of day. Women that sit up there and bash men and just talk about how they can step all over them and act like they're just not needed in this world, and they really are. Women and men were both needed. they need to stop giving women like that the time of day. It's very bizarre how we are trying to turn men into women and turn women into men and put men and women against each other. That's what's happening. God told us to fill the earth. And in today's society, we have figured out how to get people to stop coming together as a family and creating life with each other. It's very, very sad and very bizarre. But again, as far as Lily Allen goes, I feel like she is coping. And so I will pray for her. And unfortunate, but thank you for the 5 to 6 angels that you gave back to heaven. And yeah, and same for the other girl. Please stop using abortions as birth control. Just be more intentional in your partners and in your, as Charlie Kirk says, what do you say? Take control of your orgasms, something like that. So yeah, just do that. But yeah, praying for you. Next topic is Epstein. I feel like we really have to get over this Epstein situation. It's like, oh, there's a minute missing from the video and he didn't kill himself. He's still alive and, he's in wherever. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You guys have to realize that when big government doesn't want you to notice what's going on over here, they will tell you to look over there. How many times do we have to keep talking about Epstein? Like, honestly, I'm with Trump. How many times do we need to start talking about Epstein? There are other things to worry about. Like, whether he's dead or not, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If he's dead, the big question is, who took his spot? This ring is not stopping just because Epstein is dead. Come on now, be for real. It hasn't stopped. It's still going and someone else is taking over, okay? And if he's alive, then where is he? Is he still operating? These are the things that we need to be looking into. Not, oh, there's a minute missing from the video and Miss Bundy. Oh, that happens every day. A minute goes missing every day. Like, no, it doesn't. Like, whatever. I don't expect my government to not lie to me. I don't want my church to lie to me. I trust in my church more than I trust in my government. And that's what people need to start doing today. Trusting in their church more than their government and going to their church more than they go to the government. I don't care. They are elites. They're going to stay elites. They're going to stay at the top. They're going to stay with the millions. They're going to stay with their pants down, pretending like we don't see that their pants are down. And they're going to keep saying, yeah, but pants are down. But look at him. Pants down? What? Like that, they're always going to do that. Who cares? We know that they're going to do that. Who cares? Move on, stop paying them so much attention. They're like the kid that's throwing a tantrum. Just stop paying them attention. You know that they're going to lie to you. So just move on, move around and focus on something else. Don't care if Epstein is dead. Don't care if he's alive. If he's dead, who's the new guy in charge? Did I say that right? If he's dead, who's the new guy in charge? And if he's alive, then, okay, well, are you still running things? Like, and even if he is running things, there has to be a different head of it, you know what I'm saying? Because he would have to be in like complete hiding. So there still would have to be somebody else. You need to start looking at that stuff and stop worrying about that minute. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Which brings me to my next point. Area 51. There are no UFOs. And I was such a big alien person. Like, I would die on that bridge. Like, aliens are real. Area 51. Now, of course, I don't know. These are just my thoughts and opinions. So, everything is alleged. But I think that Area 51 is a training facility for sleeper agents, which is why like these people can just pop out of nowhere and like, it's like, what's your history? Like with Epstein, like, where did you come from? How did you become a billionaire? Like, doesn't make any sense, I'm not saying it specifically he was there, but I think that it's for sleeper agents, and I think that it is for satanic rituals, and I think that it is for government experiments where they experiment on people that might very well look like an alien by the time they're done. But I think that they're making other things, different technologies, that to us would seem alien, but it just doesn't make any sense how hard they're fighting for Area 51 for aliens. It's like, come on. When back in, can't remember the year, I think it was like 2019 or something like that. It was around like when COVID was first, maybe like 2020. It's like around when COVID was like really starting to ramp up. But when they said they were going to storm Area 51, and they were like, yeah, try it if you want to. I'm like, over aliens? Over aliens? It can't be that serious. It just can't. So, yeah, I think that satanic rituals is more like it. Government experiment on people, children. If you watch Ian Carroll, he was talking about some guy, I can't remember what his name is, but he was saying that some guy got caught having a farm, like a breeding farm, like they were breeding children. And I can see that happening at Area 51 because it's not that deep. It's really not that deep at this point. It's just not that deep. As far as like people seeing signs of these and that, like I said, yeah, I'm sure that people have seen signs, but I think that they are just government experiments. I think that we are much further in our technology than we are admitting. So, yeah, I think that, I don't know, somebody needs to research that, not me, I'm too lazy. No, I'm kidding, not kidding. But as far as Epstein, and everything involved with that, I would say that I do hope that someone who truly believes in God, I hope that they decide to come forward and just tell the truth. Because if you truly believe in God, you know that this life here is nothing. They can kill you for this flesh, but it's okay. It's okay. If this flesh dies, it is okay because there is something greater. So I truly do hope that someone that really believes in God tells the truth. Because the truth will be told one day. It will be. Just, I guess, not now. And with that being said, it was fun talking to you guys. I know that I talk fast. I'm going to try to work on that, but I get really excited sometimes. And yeah, those frogs and crickets are getting louder. I saved that cricket from yesterday. I took it outside, and yeah, he's living his happy little cricket life. I meant to put that in the description for the other one, but it's okay. But I hope you guys have a blessed day and choose Christ. And I will say a prayer for all of you tonight. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.